Y'all know what it is, your boy Big Bootsie, man. One of Harlem's finest. Welcome to Street Knowledge Podcast, doing the things I like to do. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button. Hit the notification so you'll know when I'm up here. And please subscribe, all of the above, man. I want to get in something real quick. I got to get into this with my bro, L Famous, one of my how I want to say it, one of my good podcasters that I like to watch. He do a lot of things that's needed to teach a lot of these people some of that real jail knowledge. If you listen to some of his stuff, it's always a message behind it. And I wasn't really gonna be talking about no Alpo stuff no more, because there's always some back and forth. When I'll be giving people the real about what Alpo was, it was never no disrespect to Alpo, because I wanted to chase down what he be doing or looking to get views from it. I'm always going to tell you something for a message. The same reason why my brother Unique Mecca Audio actually interviewed him live, just so people could understand the message between a person that told and he said it out his mouth. He did it, and he did it for his reasons, so it's not no secret, none of that. But I also knew that him, when he did interviews, was saying the things about Rich Porter that he did for Rich Porter. I broke it down on Queen's Flip. Rich Porter was the man, period. There was no reason for Rich Porter to lie about anything to Alpo, is what I've been telling people. I said on Queen's Flip, he did what he did to keep the money, to make the people think the kidnappers unalived Rich Porter, period. And now we got somebody else speaking on it right now. And I want to react to some of this stuff so y'all can listen to what L talking about. And then y'all can go over to his page and hear the whole full episode that he did on this. But I just wanted to get some things clear real quick, because he's saying all the right stuff. And I want people to understand I wasn't the only one saying it. Now we got somebody else speaking facts. Let's go, L.
What's good, y'all? Al Famous, living my life, not think about it twice. Don't be scared to like, subscribe, or share this dope content if you like it. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. Now, this joint right here is called Snakes, Rats, and Cooperators. Yeah, Snakes, Rats, and Cooperators. Now, some might say, yo, why L talking about snakes, rats, and cooperators? Well, this video is needed, B. And I think this video is needed because when I came out the house, nobody told me the game. You heard? Nobody told me the game.
And this is a problem with a lot of people. Nobody talks to these young cats no more about the game. A lot of them ain't even in the game. They just be in gangs and don't even know why. And then they inherit beefs and start unaliving each other for nothing that is about nothing, period. And that's the problem. And they don't want to learn. They don't want to learn. Even if you start telling them something. Even when we talk to them on these podcasts, they skip over the knowledge and the message. But let's go, L.
Here on L Famous TV, we kick the real, B. Let's get it.
No, I ain't playing. No, I ain't playing.
And we're going to get to the point, man. Y'all make sure y'all go to L Famous, to his podcast, and check out what he talking about, because he got some other people he talk about. But I'm going to get to the point of this one right here, so I could give a breakdown. Matter of fact, I'm going to let him break it down. Excuse me.
So now, let me start like this. Back in the 80s, this movie right here messed up a lot of people. Yeah, B. This movie right here messed up a lot of people. When people seen this movie, people started thinking that they could get it. And not only that, at this time, America was getting flooded with cocaine, you heard?
And he's not lying. This is around the time I was a young boy working with AZ back in the days when he was in that cleaners that y'all see in the movie. And I wanted to get some money. He would never let me get it to the streets, but he used to actually let me deliver the clothes just so he could put some money in my pocket. because he seen how enthused I was of wanting to work and do something. So he gave me something to do. But when that movie came out, he used to say, yo, I'm gonna be just like that. All of them used to went to that movie theater to see this movie. And when he came back, he was like, yo, I'm gonna be just like that. I'm gonna get money like that. And he never lied. He started getting money like that. But listen what L's saying.
It was getting flooded. The United States of America was getting flooded with cocaine. You heard? So you had a lot of dudes that was wanted to be big time drug dealers. You even had to do AZ. You know what I'm saying? Talk about how he seen the movie Scarface, him and his boys and all that, and them niggas wanted to become a big time drug dealer. You heard? And me, I wanted to become a big time drug dealer because my pops was a drug dealer, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, our parents was in the street and that's what we wanted to become. But this movie right here messed up a lot of people's life, B. You know what I'm saying? It set a lot of people off on the wrong track, but it was designed to do that. It was designed to do that. Hollywood knew what they was doing. Hollywood knew what they was doing when they dropped this movie Scarface on America, B. And the United States was getting flooded with cocaine coming from Colombia, you heard? Pablo Escobar, all kind of other drug lords out there, drug cartels, drug leaders, you know what I'm saying? And they preyed on who? The black community, the brown community, the poor community, you heard? The crack tore our neighborhood up, tore our blocks, tore our ghettos, our buildings, all that up, man. Crack did a number. Because before it was crack, it was heroin, y'all. It was heroin. You know what I'm saying? But let's jump into it. Here on L Famous TV, I told you, we talk about the real. Let's get it. Now, first up, Alpo. One of the biggest rats known to mankind right now. You heard? Alpo is a drug dealer that came up out of East Side Harlem. You heard Spanish Harlem. And he came up with Rich, AZ, and he was getting that coke from Fritz, yeah, because Rich and them niggas was getting coke from Fritz, you know what I'm saying? And AZ was getting this coke from a Dominican nigga, you heard, named Lulu. You heard that they had put in the movie, you know what I'm saying? And basically, three of them niggas, they blew up. But Alpo's a snake, a rat, and a cooperator. You heard me? Alpo's a snake, a rat, and a cooperator. Y'all know the title. This nigga snake Rich Porter, you heard, out of some bricks to get his little brother back, you know what I'm saying? Even though they killed, once he snaked Rich, they killed his little brother. So.
And these are some of the reasons why people saying what Alpo had to do with Rich little brother being unalived. Once you did what you did to him, you already knew what was going to happen to his little brother. The money that you were supposed to go and make to get his brother back never got in nobody's hands. Never. So what the kidnappers going to do? So you still have to put some of that responsibility on Alpo for those reasons. And who would really knock their man off because he lied to him and didn't give him what he's supposed to give him? If that's your man, and Alpo said in an interview he regret unaliving Rich Porter, his brother. So if you had love for him like that, you would have never done that. So that's my whole point, what I've been trying to make all along. Now we got a guy like L Famous that go and speak some real facts on this story. For real, for real. He tells a story, Alpo tells a story of how Rich didn't tell him and was honest with him. But it's a fact that Rich gave him birds to go and get his brother. So to go and get the money to come back so he could get his brother. But he never tells the story of where those birds, where that money went. Where those birds at? Where's the money? What happened to the birds? He never said, well, I just kept the bird money, the birds that he gave me for his brother. He never says that, nothing. I just kept that because he lied to me. Even though I unalived him, I still kept that. Never heard about that conversation. Nobody could get around it. But there's people out there that, you know, Alpo fans and all that skip over the real of what's really real. Nobody ever want to just say, yo, oh man, that's crazy. Why would I be a fan of a person that does that to people? There's still people that's fans of a person that do wrong out here, man. This is buck wild to me how people think on this internet. People say, man, you ain't say that while he was here. Go check my Queen Flip interview out. He was alive when I said what I said. And he sent messages to me in my DM and all that. Through somebody that y'all well known, that know y'all well, how I would have said, that y'all know very well on this internet. And I told him, don't send me no messages, man. Messages get people killed. Don't be no messenger. And that ain't to sound tough. When somebody's wrong, they wrong, period. And that's what I stand on. That's just that. It has nothing about being tough. Somebody wrong, they wrong.
This nigga Alpo, this nigga Rich trusted Alpo to help him move them birds because he was in D.C. getting top dollar. You heard? And Alpo couldn't even take the birds and go get top dollar. Alpo had to snake the nigga and try to make an excuse over it, talking about, oh, the nigga did bad business and this and that.
It wasn't that he couldn't go and get top dollar. Rich already was giving Poe 100 birds, 50 birds. And Poe was going and rinsing them in D.C. in 1 week. That was already routine. Now, Fritz ain't give Rich enough, and then he might have to go and outsource and go somewhere else and all that. You know, y'all be mentioning OG Juan and things of that nature, and whoever else he might go deal with. But other than that, that wasn't a problem with him doing that. In his mind is, oh, I'm keeping all of this. So you saying all the right stuff about the snake part, yeah. But it wasn't no problem for him going to get top dollar. That was easy.
He didn't tell me who he was getting the bricks from. Listen, nigga, the nigga put you on. He gave A the word to put you in. You heard? You snaked that man, took that man out over 30 birds, B. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was a super snake. You know what I'm saying? Then he took all them birds down to D.C. and was getting it. You heard? When niggas all out in D.C. that was holding them down. Ray from Edmonds, no, not Ray from Edmonds, Wayne Perry, different dudes that was holding Alpo down. He was running around with that dude that he killed, one of his mans, you heard, you know what I'm saying? But his mans and them, they was gonna kill him.
I want to say that was Big Head Gary, I think. Y'all put it in the comments if y'all remember, but I do think it was Big Head Gary, yeah.
So, you know, he moved quicker and he killed that nigga, you know what I'm saying? And then when Wayne Perry and all them niggas and he went down and all that, what did he do? He cooperated. He gave up Wayne Perry and a bunch of DC cats, you heard? So he don't get 30, the death penalty. And what they gave him, 30 years. He wound up doing like 29 years out there. You know what I'm saying? Came home and got murdered. Boom! Put him away. You know what I'm saying? Snake, rat, cooperator. And when Alpo ratted? 1991. That's when I was out the house. 1991, I was only 16, y'all. Out the house. Getting in trouble. Told y'all my jailhouse stories, you heard? Wanted to become a dealer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alpo already told on niggas. Put Wayne Perry and them niggas away. Niggas that was laying niggas down for him. Niggas that was holding them down. You heard? That nigga would have got whacked in D.C. if it wasn't with Wayne Perry. You know what I'm saying? But you see how it go? When it was time for him, he gave Wayne Perry up. You know what I'm saying? He said it was for the death penalty. Nah, man. That was for his freedom, nigga. That was for his freedom. See, because them crackers, they wasn't expecting niggas, they giving niggas 30, 40 years. They ain't expecting niggas to do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially not an Alpo type character. That nigga went in there and knocked out 29 years, came home and still was Alpo. And then what happened to him? They put him away. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people from around the states was like, oh, them niggas New York is this, New York is that. They let that nigga Alpo run around, this and that. And niggas see how niggas get down in the streets. That shit, the crap.
And that's another thing, you know, people talk about he was taking pictures with people and making people take pictures. I never heard nobody actually say they seen him make somebody take pictures and all that. People was just taking pictures on their own what it looked like to me. So I don't know. But I know plenty Harlem dudes Ain't nothing to play with. They don't care about who you is. That he would have never did nothing to on that level. Period. Let alone if anybody is that super tough, they would have went back to DC and walked the streets. Never, that would have never happened. No, them boys in DC ain't playing. Period. They're one of the strongest mobs in the prison system. Their street ethics is crazy. And that's just speaking on being a real dude, man. And now on top of that, meeting some extra real dudes through my brother Unique Mega Audio going down there and getting nothing but great hospitality, man. But thorough, man. And I always tell people it ain't where you from, it's where you at. When you go into somebody else's house and you in them streets out there, when you show them love. When you show love, you get love back. But you go somewhere acting like you that dude over them, what else you think they gonna do? They gonna react. It's always a reaction. You gonna get a reaction. And that's just what that is. So, yeah. I don't know nothing about no Harlem dudes being soft. And just when you are rolling in them streets and you created something like what Alpo created, it's gonna be a matter of time that somebody wanna get a name off of a person like that. We always wonder what made Post still be outside, instead of just being somewhere chilling. But fame is a hell of a drug when it feels good that people is kissing your butt. But I don't understand how people could kiss butt to a person that did something to their own friend and befriended other people that held them down. I couldn't understand that, man. I ain't saying if you see a person don't speak, it's always kill a person with kindness. What up? But I'm just saying, man, everything else saying on this joint, it's cray. It's real spill right here. What L Famous is talking about, man. It's crazy, and this is a lesson to be learned for y'all young cats out there thinking that that's cool. That's not cool at all, man. And we ain't saying don't be a snitch. We saying don't do crime so you don't have to be in that chair to have to snitch. Just leave it alone, man, because ain't nothing good coming out of it. You is not going to be no career hustler. That game is over. Period.
All that shit catch back up to you, B. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So Alpo is finished right now. 2026, Alpo finished. No story, no nothing, no interviews, no nothing. You only gonna get the interviews that he did in jail. You heard? Or the exclusive that Unique Mega Audio did, that's the last interview. That's the only interview that niggas got out of him. You heard?
And that interview was just to show the difference in a person that did tell, so y'all understand the difference, opposed to standing there with a person that took his time, life plus 26, that didn't tell. And that's all that was. It wasn't Unique highlighting anything about a rap. That's it. And people let that go over their head because nobody wanted to hear the truth. People still want to accept the person that will tell and come home and act like that they are good people, man. You take another person from their family after you did a crime with them, that's crazy. And they was holding you down, that's crazy. But they don't care because it ain't happened to them. And it wasn't one of their family members. So it's all good. But that's bugged out.
In person, you heard? Next, Ray.
So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all go over to L Famous, man. Check it out. Check out the whole thing. He do a few names up there, man. I just wanted to get that part because it make a lot of sense of what he was saying, and now that's somebody else speaking what I've been speaking all along, man. All along. So it is what it is. And y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification so you know when I'm up here. And I'll see y'all on the next one, man. For real, for real.